Guys, welcome back to Let's Play Grandia 2. Almost said Xenosaga there. It's been a while since I've, not been saying that, so let's get used to this. We're playing Grandia 2, not Xenosaga, episode 1, 2, or 3. Let's move forward. If you remember in the last episode, we finished up, the forest there, got to the end of the forest. Now we can head to Grandia Tower, where we're supposed to be escorting little Miss Elena. Oh, that's ominous. You're going to learn to love that little rift, because really, that shows up a lot, and it's almost always telling you that something's not quite right. Anyway, as you can see, we've kind of made it forward. I don't think there's any treasures poking around the outside here, but I will double check anyway. Got some owls in the background. And we've done our job. We've escorted her. So, who's going to watch her on the way back? The creeps. He's looking this way. His lecherous eyes. You guys get to work. Now, I believe the job is for Ryudo to escort her back as well. So, Ryudo will actually be sticking around here. Please wait outside until we have finished. When it's concluded, you will escort her back to the church. It will take some time. That is all I may say. Do not enter the tower under any circumstances. You know what we're doing, right? Must not be served by your, kind. You. Yeah. My kind, right. I'll just sit here and think filthy, unclean thoughts. I love Ryudo's character so much. He cracks me up with every line. That's a squeaky door. He kept his hands to himself, though he did see fit to share his foul mouth. The characters in this game are so much fun. I love this game for that. Like, it's by no means the best game in the world, but for what it does, the comedy and, the emotional stuff like that too, and the character growth. Everything is done really well. But it's not trying to be this great thing. It's just trying to be fun. And that's, it's not like what I've just done, and I want to get that across, why I'm repeating myself. But I just want to kind of explain that so you're not thinking that this is going to be this deep game because of what I've done recently. And I just smacked the microphone stand. Oops. Everything takes forever. What's eating you? Thinking about the singing schoolgirl. I got a bad feeling about this. That's one of the other things. It's so full of references. Every few minutes there's a reference to something. Don't you think it looks like a strange place for a holy ceremony? Yeah, it looks like there are demons on the side. Yeah. Weird wings on the wall of the tower. The battle of good and evil, which we've already learned a little bit about. Why would they do their exorcisms or whatever in this place? Oh, I love the music for this game. It's not like, this huge emotional thing like a Xenosaga or Xenogears, but it pumps you up to do whatever you're supposed to do at that time. If you're supposed to feel down in the dumps, it makes you feel down in the dumps. If it makes you feel like, I gotta go kick some ass, we go kick some ass. It's my rep on the nut. I'm not going to blow this job. So we got to go in there and save people, I guess. Now, I've heard people make the reference that the reason why Sky is not on his shoulder most of the time is because Sky is acting as the camera. Obviously, that doesn't seem right since he's in the camera half the time, but it's an interesting thought. Let's head in here. The squeaky doorway. And it's swarming with monsters. Yeah, that would be a good question to answer. Where did these monsters come from? Okay, so here is very important. Recover, because if you recall, we were low on SP. Now, I haven't really gone over this, but HP, obvious, MP, used for casting magic. SP, used for casting special skills or, you know, moves or whatever they want to call them. So I can sneak up behind this guy, and I have initiative. You should get initiative a decent amount of the time. Not every time, obviously, but you're going to do that. So I'm going to go straight for Tenseiken Slash, since it really has no downside. I can go heal right away, and I get to cancel his web attack. I didn't really go over that, but
Tenseiken Slash!
when you talk to, or when you show the icon above the character or the enemy there, it will show you what they're actually going to do on their next turn, as long as they're far enough along. See, right now, if you select there, action on the bottom right of the little box on the left, it says attack, and it shows a picture of the character he's going to attack. Later on, they'll show other characters, so you know who's going to get hit ahead of time, as long as you have the opportunity to check. Which I really like. I think that's a really effective way of doing things.
These guys were no real challenge.
Okay. Now, basically, I'll be doing a lot of running back to recover, and a lot of these enemies are the same. So, unless there's something new, I'm just going to clean out all the enemies after this battle, since it's pretty much par for the course at this stage. And then we will meet back up once I've taken care of the rest of the enemies. We'll go collect the treasure and move on to the next floor.
Tenseiken Slash!
But yeah, I went through that a little fast again. He was using his special ability there, which again is why I decided to cancel it. If it's just an attack, I'm not too worried. But special attacks can do lots of damage, as well as take, you know, do status effects and such.
These guys were no real challenge.
Okay, so let's clean out the rest of the enemies, and we will see you in a moment. Okay, we're back. Now, I'm always going to press triangle to try and get my menu for quite some time here, so let's get past that. Now, since I killed all those enemies, we can go power up now, and we can raise the power of Tenseiken Slash. Now, I actually have a kind of a basic strategy to start off learning specific moves, specific magic, and specific skills early on. Later on, it's not as important, but for now, we want to put pretty much everything into Tenseiken Slash for Ryudo. Even when we get other characters, we'll want to work on this one first, because that's most of what he's going to be doing going forward. And the faster that thing gets off and the more damage it does, the better off we're going to be. So, did I heal? Make sure I'm healed. Let's go this way. I think I've taken care of all the enemies. There should be some items floating around here. Wound Salve, as I went over before, is a basic healing item. And let's see, let's flip the camera around here. We got a Wind Charm. In fact, let's put that Wind Charm on. There's a reason for that later, over the Blizzard Charm we had. I don't think anybody uses ice at this point anyway. Here we've got some statues of some gargoyles. Cool. Go in here. This is the way forward. Those are the stairs. So let's go into some of these other rooms. That one's empty. And here, let's see. Got a hand grenade. As you can see, you may have to skip back because I went through it too fast. But there are some little glitches as far as graphics go. Sometimes you go to save and the graphics are just looking way off and stuff like that. It's not gonna hurt you any. I haven't had any, you know, like freezing problems with the game or anything like that. I'm just making sure I have everything. So it should be through here, right? Yes. So let's move on to the next floor. As you can see, the music dims as you go into specific rooms depending on what's going on. I'm not sure if there's a specific reason for that, but in some cases it makes sense. Like if a dialogue scene is upcoming or something like that. Here, we're just going to do a nice big loop. Make sure we pick up that money. And I don't think we can get at any of the sides yet. Here, we're on the third floor. Third floor is an important floor. I am going to take care of the enemies that I find here. except there is a new enemy around here that I do want to show off. These guys. As you can see, they're very much like the enemies that we found before. And he saw me. As you can see, he turns red when he sees you. Then he's going to go back to his line there. So I don't want to fight them quite yet. And there's a specific reason for that. Yeah, see, he kind of saw me from behind the wall. So I'm going to go out this way, fight this one. And I'm just going to take care of the rest of these guys, save for the new enemies off screen. And then we will grab the treasure, and I'll show off something in particular about those enemies. Okay, we're back. I just went back by the stairs to the previous floor. Now, I will show off a move. He's following me. Yeah, sometimes, even if you're facing him, you can get initiative if he doesn't turn red. Now, this is a bad choice, but this is a good time to show off the escape command. Basically, I'm going to run into these guys a few times just to demonstrate something about the battle mechanics of this game, and I'm going to hide in there for the moment. And then we'll see. Every time you run away from an enemy and then reinitiate them, they will change certain things about the battle. And so we're going to run a couple of times and see if we can get these guys to behave here. I won't be doing the majority of this on screen if it's going to start taking too long, but there's a couple other ones floating around here too, like that one. You probably want to get your initiative on these guys. They're pretty powerful, and they do use Howl, which is a wind elemental attack. So if you're going to fight them, then I would recommend you use the wind charm that we picked up earlier. I'm just going to run from them for now because they're giving me grief. So as you can see, there's a third one here. This one I won't get initiative on, but let's see what we can get here. Okay, so that one's going to just use a normal attack. If they hit you before you get to run away, you'll be prevented from running away until after the hit takes place. So you're going to want to be kind of careful about that. Okay, so let's pick up the treasure then, since they're not behaving. This is a large gold container, like the small bags we saw earlier. These ones usually contain 3 times the amount of gold. And so we'll head through here. There is a save point here, which is very, very important, and I will explain why later. So we'll collect the treasure. Okay, so they finally decided to give me what I wanted after a few more attempts. Now you'll notice the difference between the last few times I ran into these guys is above the action line in the little blue-purple box is a single bell. Now, the bell indicates the likelihood of an enemy to drop an item, and usually they have 2 items or gold that they can drop. A rare item, a common item, and gold. Gold is usually the more common of all of them, but, you know. So there's up to 3 bells. So there's 0 bells, 1, 2, and 3 bells. 3 bells does not guarantee a drop, which is rather unfortunate. It just increases the likelihood, and it definitely doesn't guarantee a rare drop. Well, these guys can drop a very, very rare sword. Usually takes about half an hour of farming in order to get, mainly because they don't like to give you a chance of getting the item with only 1 bell, and they like to have 0 bells the vast majority of the time, so you spend a lot of time running away. But I'm going to kill one of these guys pretty quickly here. As you can see, with Tensei Ken Slash leveled up, it does quite a bit more damage. Now, these guys are powerful. They use a couple of strong wind attacks, but we're going to finish this guy off. They're still somewhat slow. So this is their common drop. They drop a bomb here, which is a battle item. It's called Holy Ashes. Does additional damage to specific enemies. Let's open up the menu. We'll show that off. It should be over here. Holy Ashes, yeah. It does. It's pretty strong based on all the other stuff. Yeah, like this is the normal item we can buy at this point. 300 power. That's got 700, and it does additional damage versus undead. There are some decent attack items in the game, and I'll try and show them off, but there are a lot of useless ones that you really won't bother with. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to run into the other 2 here real quick and see if I can get a chance for them to drop the sword. But if they do not drop my rare sword, where are you? then I already actually have, from my previous file, my test run that I did, I saved right after I got it. I got to this point in the game, I got that sword, and then I saved, so that I wouldn't have to grind it away here, just because I knew it was going to be another painstaking process.
This way, hurry!
Now, if you, like, basically what you do is you go over to the save point that we saw, you save, and then you go and fight all these guys, preferably if they already have the proper bells. And if you get it, you save again. If not, you reload and you try again. It's pretty straightforward, you know, drop farming that you've done in any other JRPG ever. So there's that option if you want to do it. I would highly recommend it, especially on the hard mode, just because it makes... There we go, they got 3. Perfect, that's the highest amount. It's not a guarantee that I'll get it, but if I get super, super lucky on screen, I will be very happy. And then I won't have to load that other file.
Can slash!
Because I'm sure somebody will have something to say about me using, you know, the drop I farmed in a previous playthrough, you know, to make my life easier. And here he's going to use an ability. We don't want him to use that ability. That's Howl. Now, the thing with critical is you can cancel an attack, but you have to judge the amount of time it's going to take from calm to act, and then the amount of time it takes him to run toward the enemy. I don't think I'll have enough, so I'm going to go for this again, which I won't even... Yeah, see, I was too slow, so he's going to get the attack off. I have the wind charm, so it'll do reduced damage, but it's still going to do a decent amount of damage. This will not cancel me, but it will do some damage. The amount of hits doesn't matter. It's kind of generic. It just does that. So I probably should have gone with the normal attack, not waste the EP, but or the SP. Here I am still on Xenosaga terminology. Sword? Yeah, see, even with 3 bells, sometimes you can still just get money. And if you notice, those were silver coins instead of the single gold coin that we've been getting from people. Yes, sometimes that usually indicates more money, especially for the area. But if you look at those special coins and magic coins, you get quite a few from those guys. So anyway, I will try one more time to get it here on screen, and then we will load up the other file. I will show it off, and then we will call her a day because the upcoming cutscenes are going to take quite some time. Okay, if he doesn't do it next time, then I'll just cycle until he has at least a couple bells or something like that. Usually, for whatever reason, these guys are pretty annoying. They will only do... Yeah, I was surprised this time because he kind of phased through me, which was kind of annoying. And now he's going to do that. And so he's going to do a bunch of damage to me. I'm not really worried about that. But, yeah. There you go. You get to see a surprise attack on you. And it does change the battle music, which I do find is pretty cool. You know, I think there's slight variations on the battle theme for initiative, normal battle, and being surprised. So, that's pretty cool. Anyway, I will try a few more times, see if I can get it, and then we will see if I can get lucky. Wow, next try. I will... That sucks! Wow, the next try he gets all the bells, but I don't have any Tenseiken slashes. This is going to be more of a fight. Dodge. No dodge. Okay. Hopefully this will bring me good luck since I had bad luck coming into the fight. Maybe I'll get better luck going forward. Now, you do gain a little bit of SP back as you use normal attacks, and I think it's kind of more at the end of the battle. But it's not going to be enough for me to actually be able to use Tenseiken Slash on this guy. And we got a dodge in. Nice. Let's see if we can finish him off and get our lucky sword here. Oh my god, I got it. Holy crap. Holy crap. Wow, that is a rare drop. Holy crap, it took me like 45 minutes to do it in my test run. Wow, I am so stoked that I got that on screen. Oh, baby, that's awesome. Okay, then. Yeah, this is our Geoblade, our starting weapon. The weapons we could buy in store were like 26. This is 40, and it's strong against undead, which doesn't really matter yet. And by the time we get to a place that has undead enemies, we'll get one of these. But we have this now, and it's double the strength. It's so, so good. Wow, that was awesome. Oh, I am so happy about that. All right, let's not get lost here. Let's see if we can go the right way. And save point. I will save. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I think that's about all the time we're going to have for today. It's a little shorter, but I think we've kind of established the game now. We can get back into our normal 20-minute episodes here. So anyway, that's pretty much all the time I have for today. I am super, super stoked about that. Do I need wind? No. I'm probably going to go for that because upcoming we don't need protection against either of those elements. So anyway, that's pretty much all the time I have for today. And I'll see you guys next time.